Assalamu alaikum and welcome. Today we are going to talk about one of the most important and powerful yet underutilized tool in doctoral research, the alignment matrix. If you are a PhD researcher or academic writer striving for rigor, clarity, and coherence in your dissertation, this video is for you. Why does alignment matter? Because your research is only as credible as its internal consistency. This video will help you understand what alignment really means, how to achieve methodological fit, and how to ensure that every part of your report, from objectives to recommendation, tells a coherent story. Let's get started by understanding why alignment matters in research. This video talk 366 is about the alignment matrix, methodological fit, and reporting coherence in research. This talk includes why alignment matters, the alignment matrix, concept and purpose, application of alignment matrix, step by step approach, alignment checklist, key questions to ensure coherence, and the last one is sample alignment matrix with example and explanation. One is why alignment matters. Research demands rigor, clarity, and persuasiveness, as the reader must feel the rigor, feel the clarity, and must be persuaded. So, two critical dimensions ensure this: methodological fit and internal coherence of reporting. First of all, see methodological fit. It ensures that your research design, instruments, and analysis are appropriate for your status objectives. So, all these things are actually aligned. What are those? Your research objectives, design, instruments, and analysis. After it, we come to the second part of your research report and talk about internal coherence. Internal coherence ensures that your reporting, tables, findings, conclusions, and recommendation logically aligns with your objectives and data. So, starting from the objectives, coming to data, tables, findings, conclusions, and recommendations, all are aligned. So, the alignment matrix is a practical tool to systematically achieve the both, I mean methodological fit and internal coherence. The second point, what is the alignment matrix, concept and purpose. The alignment matrix is a structured table that maps 6 points or things. First of all, research objectives, data tables, interpretation, findings, conclusions and recommendations. You can see that only interpretation is without S or seems singular. We report in the similar way. This ensures each part of your research report logically follows and supports the other. So, all parts are in support of each other, and the next part follows from the previous one, enhancing credibility and readability. If there is internal fit, then research seems credible and it's clearly reads. Third point, come to the third point, that is applying the alignment matrix, step by step approach. This application has 6 steps. 3 steps on this slide and remaining 3 are on the next one. Let's discuss step 1. First of all, write clear research objectives. So, research objectives must be SMART, mean specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time bound. Second step is develop tables that reflect objectives. As we discussed that, the following part is actually emerged from the previous part. So, the tables reflect the objectives. Each table of data should correspond to at least one research objectives. They can respond more than one, but at least one should be there. Clearly label tables to show which objective they address. So, every table should reflect at least one objective and the researcher should be clear, and in alignment matrix we label it. Step 3. Interpret tables logically. We describe what each table shows, always linking back to the relevant objectives. So, again tables are and their interpretation is linked to the objectives. And what we do in step 3, avoid over generalizing or ignoring contradictory data. So, we generalize in a measured way, objective way. We don't go for over generalization and we do not ignore any evidence which is contradictory to our generalization. We do narrate that also. So, we come to the fourth step of applying the alignment matrix. Fourth step is derive findings linked to objectives. Again, now we come to the findings. Those are also linked to the objectives. So, what we do, summarize key insights from your interpretations. Interpretations has many dimensions, but we pick up those which are aligned to our objectives. Phrase findings as clear and concise statements. What we do, we phrase or write findings as clear and concise statements. Step 5. Draw conclusions aligned with findings. you see that we draw the conclusions which are aligned with findings, and again we see the conclusions are also aligned with objectives of the study. So what we do, present overall lessons learned via in conclusions. Ensure no conclusion is made that is unsupported by the findings. All conclusions are supported by the findings, and conclusions are also aligned with the objectives of the study. Step 6. Propose recommendations that flow from conclusions. Usually in vivas and in general discussion, when students narrate any recommendation, the expert asks the conclusion behind it, then findings, and then tables behind it. So what we do, we actually sync or link recommendations with the conclusions, and again conclusions or findings are linked with the objectives, so our recommendations are also linked with the objectives. What we do in recommendations, suggest practical actions of future research areas logically stemming from conclusions. Fourth point is alignment checklist. It has two parts, component and question to ask. First of all, we see the objective, and then we question is it clear and measurable? Second is table. Does it directly address the objective? Third is interpretation. Does it actually describe the data? You see that there are tables and interpretations follow the tables usually. But does interpretation actually represent the data in the table? Fourth one is finding. Is it explicitly derived from the interpretation? You see that we draw findings from the interpretation. It is step-by-step process. Conclusion. Does it logically summarize findings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and many findings are merged in one conclusion. Recommendation. Is it actionable and based on conclusion? We recommend only the things which are actionable and which are based on the conclusion. Fifth one, this is a sample alignment table. So as you see that it has 6 columns. First is objective, table, interpretation, findings, conclusion, recommendation. So it is for one objective, other objective will follow. You can make it in the Excel, in the Word format, but here an example is given. Again, you will see that it is short form of objective, table, interpretation, findings, conclusion and recommendation. Please do not copy it as it is. Just this matrix is actually alignment purposes, which is written here, actually not standard. So first of all, objective, to assess effect of new teaching method. The table, students scores pre and post test or pre or post intervention. Interpretation, scores increased by 15% after new method was applied. Findings, this is one finding, usually there are more than one findings. New method improves students' performance, it is finding. And conclusion, new teaching method influences learning outcomes positively. And recommendation, integrate new method in regular curriculum. So what is it? It is just the alignment. You will have all these things in detail in your research report. Here the focus is alignment only, not the write-up. So thank you for watching and engaging with this talk. on the alignment matrix, methodological fit, and reporting coherence in research. Remember, research excellence is not just about collecting data. It is about telling a clear, logical, and credible story from start to finish. The alignment matrix helps you ensure that every piece of your work supports your objectives and strengthens your contribution to knowledge. If you have any questions or would like further guidance, please feel free to reach out or leave a comment. I wish you all the best in your research journey. May your work inspire others and stand out for its rigor and integrity. Thank you.